One of the greatest revolutions in the history of philosophy happened way back in a small town in the middle of Germany, a place that is called Jena. It was so small you could cross it in less than 15 minutes. Over 200 years ago, young intellectuals, philosophers and poets started to think the world in a new manner right from this very place. Europe was wrecked by a decade of war. While France was busy with the political revolution, the Copernican revolution, which was started by the German philosopher Immanuel Kant, turned everything upside down. But the revolution he began was not yet finished. Jena was the first place where the Kantian ideas were discussed and transformed in a way that could maybe solve the problems Europe was still facing. The time is out of joint. This quote from Shakespeare's Hamlet maybe describes best the spirit of this age. And it still describes our own times. Subjectivity, reflexivity, gender, acceleration, self-consciousness, historicity, the free expression of art, and above all, the question of morality and freedom. If you want to understand what's going on in our own times, you have to go back to Jena 1800, where it all began. Authors like Fichte, Schelling, Hölderlin, Novalis, Hegel, Friedrich and Wilhelm Schlegel and their wives Dorothea and Caroline made this town the most thrilling place in Europe, almost like the Silicon Valley of the 18th century. Fichte was the philosopher of subjectivity. Schelling was the philosopher of nature. Hegel was the philosopher of dialectics, a precursor of Marx, so to say. The Schlegel brothers and their wives invented German Romanticism and came up with a new way of intellectual exchange of ideas. The poets, Hölderlin and Novalis, soon became key figures of the Romantic movement. Jena 1800 is the first generation of our modern times that developed an understanding of a present on the move and that searched for language that can articulate such crises. You may know Paris, get to know Jena.